Yo, what's up, UFC fight fans, straight up and uncut fans? We're back with you with a little bit of a different video. This is just the intro, and we're gonna hit you with the video right now. UFC 251. I haven't been too excited about card in its entirety in a while. This is probably the one I'm thinking is probably the best card that the UFC has been able to put together. Under all these circumstances, that just makes it that much greater. This pandemic that's going on, Fight Island, Dana White's a fucking gangster. But I think another good card that can maybe rival this one, I'd say is UFC 217. That had Bisping, GSP. Of course, they were both already world-known names in the sport. Garbrandt Dillashaw, Thug Rose also fought in that card. That's when she beat Johanna Jędrzejczyk. Even Masvidal fought on this card. He wasn't as known as he is now. That's actually the last time he took his loss at UFC 217 against Wonderboy Thompson, and that was on November 4th in 2017. But we're just here to go over UFC 251. Obviously, Masvidal stepping in is a gangster-ass move on 6 days' notice, having to cut 20 pounds, having to travel across the world, so damn near 15-hour flight. I mean, it's just crazy to me. But we're gonna go through this whole card just one by one, and I'll make my picks, and we'll see how it goes from there. Opening up the card, we got Paige Van Zant and Amanda Ribas. I believe this is the last fight for Paige Van Zant. I think this is the last fight on her contract. I don't think she's gonna try to renegotiate, even if she starches Amanda. I think she wants to go with her husband in Bellator. That won't be too big of a loss. No hit on Paige Van Zant, but I mean, I think she'll admit it too. She's kind of more known for her Instagram, stuff like that. Because, I mean, if y'all don't know who she is, she's hot as fuck. But I think Amanda Ribas will take that one. The odds for that one is Paige Van Zant is actually a plus 505 underdog. So what that means is if you go and you put $1 on Paige Van Zant, you can win 5. Obviously, it goes up there. You put $100, she wins. You win 500. But I think Amanda Ribas is a safe choice there, and it's a good fight to open up the card. Second fight, this is when it starts to get really good. Jessica Andrade and Rose Namajunas. I believe both of them are very good in their division, strawweight. The champion in that division, of course, is Zhang Weili. Andrade beat Rose last time, and I don't know if y'all have seen that fight, but Thug Rose was defending her belt that she had at the time, and she was dominating that fight. Dominated the whole first round, dominated half of the second round up until the point that Andrade ended up just slamming her on her head, and Rose Namajunas just got knocked unconsciously. But I'm a big fan of Thug Rose. I like her, and I believe she's gonna come out, and she's admitted already that she wasn't fully into that fight just because she didn't really love the sport as much. So she was just kind of going through the motions, and she was still able to deliver a performance like that up until she got slammed. But I believe that she said that she's more interested, she's more engaged, she wants to do this now. And she said her training camp's been going well. I think this time off, I think the last time she fought was maybe 14 months ago, maybe 15 months ago. And I believe this time off is really gonna help her. And I think we're gonna see a lot of what we saw in that first round. And I actually think that Rose Namajunas will end this in the first round KO. I think Rose is the favorite in this fight. Just minus 200. Jessica Andrade plus 160 underdog. So I got Rose Namajunas winning that fight. First round KO. It's my call. And then we get to the title fights. We got the vacant bantamweight title on the line. We all know who actually runs that division, my boy Sugar Sean O'Malley. But we got Peter Yan and Jose Aldo fighting. And Aldo's first fight in bantamweight division, he lost, but I believe, and a lot of people in the MMA community believe that he won that fight against Marlon Moraes, which is now the #1 contender in that division. But because Henry Cejudo retired, the title's vacant now. So he's fighting Peter Yan. And if y'all haven't seen Peter Yan, he's an absolute dog. He's good. He knocked out Uriah Faber at UFC 245. That's the last time that he fought, and that's ironically the same card that Jose Aldo fought on when he lost to Marlon Moraes. But he's able to get that title shot. Jose Aldo coming down from 145 to 135. I believe this is his second fight at 135. And I mean, he says he feels better out there. He says he feels better with that weight cut. But it's kind of like the young dog coming up, and he's trying to beat the veteran, Aldo, only 33. But if I had to bet on this card, which I am, I believe I'm gonna take Peter Yan. I just believe it might take him more than the first round to get going, but I'm gonna call I think I'd say 4th round KO by Yan. I think Aldo will continue to put the pressure on him, but Yan will feel him out. First round, second round, he'll start building up. Third round, shit, he might even KO him in the third, in my opinion. But I'll go 4th round Peter Yan, and we'll have a new bantamweight champion. But like I said, the boy Sean O'Malley's coming, and I think he'll start to anybody in that division. Then we got our co-main event, our second title fight, featherweight rematch from UFC 245 as well. We got Alexander Volkanovski, the champion, versus Blessed Max Holloway. If y'all watched that fight at UFC 245, I believe Volkanovski, I believe it was a well-deserved win. Might have been 4 rounds to 1. I'd be surprised if it was 3-2 in any of the judges' scorecard. I haven't seen him yet. But Volkanovski's just stylistically, man, he won everything. He leg kicked him to death. I feel like he was winning in the clinch. I feel like when Holloway would come in, Volkanovski would catch him. That fight didn't go to the ground too much. But don't get me wrong, Max Holloway's a legend, man. He's been running that featherweight division for a good while, but I just believe Alexander the Great, man, he's here, and I think he's here to stay for a good while. All the love in the world to Max. I mean, he's been here, and I feel like he could continue to fight definitely after this. He's only, I want to say he's 28 years old, 29 at the absolute maximum, but I got Volkanovski. I think we're going to see what we saw at UFC 245. I think he's going to continue with those leg kicks, and if I see a KO, I think it's going to be late, maybe in the championship rounds. But other than that, this thing might go into a decision again. Alexander's saying that he's going to finish him this time because Max is saying that he thinks he won that fight. But Alex is saying that he's going to finish him this time, so Max can know for sure that he ended up losing that fight. But I got Volkanovski winning that fight. Late KO or a decision. I'm not really too sure. I'll probably bet on the decision, but I got definitely the Great winning that fight and keeping up his reign in the featherweight division. And then we get to the main event, the thing that everybody's kind of hyped for, which I definitely agree. Gamebred stepping in 6 days notice, gangster move. He's been easily the most rising star that we've had in the UFC, not in quite some time, but definitely in 2019. Fighter of the year in 2019. Knocked out Cowboy Cerrone, knocked out Darren Till, knocked out Ben Askren at the flying knee in 5 seconds, and then beat the fuck out of Nate Diaz for 3 rounds. And I mean, but he's not fighting no pushover. At least I don't think. He says he is. But Kamaru Usman, man, that guy can. I feel like he was able to stand and bang with Colby Covington. But Masvidal is a better striker than Colby, so I believe that if he tries to stand and bang with Masvidal, it's not going to end too well for him. And I also believe Kamaru takes this to the ground. It's going to be tough for Masvidal, but I don't know. We haven't seen anybody take him to the ground and just beat him for 5 rounds, you know? But I feel like Masvidal is really coming with a vengeance, and he really wants to fucking break this guy's face, which he says all the time. And I feel like Masvidal really actually means that when Kamaru Usman just kind of talks it, doesn't really mean it. I mean, that's just my take. But it's going to be a tough fight for Masvidal just because it's coming on 6 days notice. Although Poirier does say that he's been working. He was Dustin Poirier's training partner. So, I mean, he said it's not like he's just coming straight off the couch, you know. So he's been working. He's been in the gym about 2-3 times a day. I mean, 2-3 times a week, but he's been staying active, whether it's weightlifting, running. He said playing spike ball. So I believe he's going to be in good shape. Usman's definitely going to be in good shape because he had a full fight camp. But if I had to pick this one, something's telling me. My heart says Masvidal. Part of my brain says Usman. But if I had to bet, I think I'm going to go with Masvidal. I think he's going to end it in the 2nd round. Maybe in the 3rd round, but I don't think it goes any further than that. I say Masvidal is going to win. 2nd round, TKO. We're going to have a new champion. And I think this card is set up just to be for one of the greats, man. And then Masvidal is going to be set. He's going to have the 170 belt, the BMF belt. And then he's going to kind of call the shots, dude. If he wants to go Nate too. If he wants to run it back with Nate, he's gonna be able to do that. If he wants to fight Colby Covington, who I know they definitely have beef, used to be teammates. If he wants to call out Conor, that can probably be the biggest fight that the UFC has ever made up to this date. But yeah, those are my picks for UFC 251. I'm excited for it. I hope y'all are, and we'll see you on the other side. Deuces.